tomorrow if it, okay. So anyway, like, okay, so this one I'm just sharing it in the chat box. You will able to copy it and store it so that if after the section you wanted to see that what are the, the script using to create tables in Oracle database, you can use it. Okay. And yesterday the introduction, okay, explained that how the application is working. And as I told you, like Oracle Apex is running on database, and it's a 3-tier architecture. So I will, you can also visit the site, and it's clearly defined that how the architecture, it's a three-tier architecture. There is an application server uh, built in. If you download on your local computer, you need to install Oracle database, and then in that you will be installing the Oracle Apex, and the Oracle Apex has a Jetty server, and ORDS, it's an Oracle REST data service which will be communicating to the Oracle to retrieve the information. And in the front you can see designing the web pages, the reports to to create applications. Okay, so basically it's a 3-tier architecture. It's not a client server, it's a 3-tier architecture. The one name application server is there. So few companies and all, they can they wanted to do with the Tomcat, Apache Tomcat also. You can install it, and you can use Apex running on Oracle, Tomcat, and then that combination also will work out. So this also I will share it. So you wanted to know the, like how the system works, because always, like we should know like how the Apex is working. Not only the just designing a forms or applications, but we need to know the core architecture, how to use it. Okay, so now today, as I told you, like everybody might have created the workspace. So let me also go inside the workspace. How you go to apex.com, and like there is an option called sign in, and sign in. When you click it, you can see there is a box which will appear. In that there is a workspace. You can write any name, like without space, and the username will be your email addresses, a password, anyway, whatever you are providing. So those who are not created the Oracle Apex workspace, please do it today, because you don't need to physically install any software on your computer. It is all online. Okay, so you can see here there is a request for workspace. If you click on request of workspace, because yesterday these all things have been explained by Karkuel Raja, and you can write all the mandatory fields, and then you have to click personal and not organization. Okay, so personal, and you will get a link to your email, and after that you can activate that email and you can start using the workspace. So this one I just wanted to revise the last section, intro section. So let us move inside the Oracle Apex application and see how we are going to do. Okay, so my workspace is Oracle Apex Kerala chapter. It's OKC, because it's a very old workspace which I have used for my classes. So I will just put my password. So you can see when you are going inside the workspace, there are a lot of things, like you can see there are a lot of dashboards and menus. On side, you can see what's the version of Apex, which is currently running on the Oracle Cloud. And you can see now the first 4 important things which will appear. One is like a app builder. The second is SQL workshop and team development and gallery. Gallery is basically like you have, they have posted some predefined applications you can download and install on the same workspace, and you can see how the application has been built by Oracle. So at the same time, because a beginner, you don't need to do the gallery, because there are a lot of high-end and low-end app predefined applications are there. So team development is basically you can share the workspace to different users, maybe 2-3 pages designed by a few of your colleague, and you will be doing some other reports like that. It's like a teamwork team. You can use the same workspace. Workspace is basically like a same like Excel. You have a workbook and a collection of sheets. The same thing also, like a workbook, workspace. of Apex is it's a collection of applications, applications, you can say web applications you can create. And always, in the summary, you can see that 42 applications, 216 tables, and 2 developers, because I have created 2 different emails. Or you can see a summary also when you are opening the workspace. Okay. Now, before starting to develop any applications, we required tables. And like table is like, if those who are not attended the first section or maybe the previous section, is table is basically a collection of fields or a collection of records, you can say. How to create a table in Oracle Apex, that is also the first thing, because without a table or anything you will not be able to create any applications, because applications require to store the data, so that we need a table and all. So I'm going to share one script file. All of them can try this SQL script to run your workspace and to play with the tables, and applications will be using the tables. Most of the people knows Oracle has 2 main tables, that is called employee and department table. Wherever you go, in any versions, if you tried, you will get a Scott and Tiger, one username and password, and in that there is an employee, department, bonus, salary, grade, and all. So Scott and Tiger, maybe in 10 years or 15 years back, or maybe almost 20 years back, when we are studying, we used to type Scott and Tiger. This Scott and Tiger, later on only I came to know that Scott is a famous author who writes a lot of books in Oracle, and Tiger is his pet cat. So when you install Oracle database 11c, 12c and all, there is a Scott and Tiger available. And in that, there is a couple of tables which you can practice. But currently, how to create tables inside the Oracle Apex workspace, I'm going to explain. You can see on the top, there is an application builder, SQL workshop, then team development and gallery. Same thing what you have seen on the dashboard, it is appearing on the top. These are the lot of applications which I created while I'm taking the classes in Kerala. I'm going back to the SQL workshop. You can see there is an object browser, SQL command, SQL script, utilities, RESTful services. If you click on object browser, is a browser which will show all the objects in the Apex. You can see there are a lot of tables which is created. This is all not default created. When you create a predefined application, there are a couple of tables will be created. Like you can see demo, orders, demo, customer. These all, when the gallery, when you go and create applications, automatically it will create a couple of tables. But we need to create employee table, department table, bonus, and salary grade for practicing our application. To create an application with some objects, we record some objects. It is all called as objects. And in the object browser, you have a list of objects which you can filter it, like tables, views, index, sequences, types, packages, procedures, function, triggers, database links, material views, synonyms, soda collection. Okay, so these all is a list of objects. Later on we will study these all things, but right now we are concentrating on the tables, how to create. So I will share the script file. If you are attending through your computer, you can also try in the same workspace. If you are using a mobile and all, you cannot try it, but I'm just sharing the a script to the chat box. Let me open my computer and just share the copy that script file so that you can make use of it. Okay, let me just go to the desktop. I have PowerGrad. So it is September, PowerGrad, then demo table. All you can download this demo build demo tables.sql. You will have you can download it from the chat box. Okay, so now how to create table inside the workspace, I'm going to explain. You go to the SQL workshop, you can see there is a third option, SQL script. If you click on SQL script, you will get a page, same like a page which is opening. Okay, so next is that there is an option which is coming here, the center, upload. This upload, when you click, okay, you need to download what I gave you right now in the chat box. Now we need to point that SQL script file using the choose option, or you can drag also, it is there. When you click on choose file, I'm picking it from my folder called demo table and then open. Okay, so that demo table.sql, SQL is structured query language, .sql extension will come. Then you can put a name for your script, maybe class, or maybe you can say employee, or you can say test script, or as test SQL you can put. Then the next step is that you need to click on upload. When you click on upload, what will happen is it will create a line. Okay, so you can say there's a line item which is created, and here you can see what is the bytes, and you can see my name, which is the username owner, and the name of the SQL test SQL. Then what is the next step is that you can see there is a edit option also there. Here we don't need to do any addition, and you clicking on, on your right hand side there's a run is there. If you click here run, so it will show another screen and show that run script. You have requested to run a script containing SQL statement. SQL workshop will ignore. Please confirm your request. Okay. So if you have, or maybe already some objects with the same name, what will happen? This script will delete and recreate it. Okay. So we have to be very careful when you're running the script. I will open the script also and I'll show you. It's a pure SQL command which is written inside the SQL file. Okay. Now next step is that now you can go run now. So what will happen is if you click on run now, okay, so it will create, you can see these are the scripts which is inside the .sql file. Demo table, drop table is removing the table. All the, if this workspace has the same table, it will drop the table and it will recreate it. So it is all recreating it. Now you can see now, okay, so it's done. Okay, so now you can see now how many statement, 35 statement process, 35 successful, there is no error. Okay, so you can go next page. You can see, okay, so you can see how many rows, all the rows are inserted and all those stuff. If you want to go for a detailed thing, you can click here detail, okay, and then click on go. It will show you the details, like, drop table, how many table has been dropped, and what are the SQL commands which is inside the SQL statement. These are the statement inside it is embedded, and we are not able to see it that, but if you want to see it also, you can do one thing. You can click here, right, demo build, and you can either you can open it in a notepad plus, or maybe a normal notepad, you can open it. You can see this is written by so many codes, and these are the codes which is executing and it is inserting. First is creating a table, then you're inserting the table, and then after that, which is going for another table. Then see, these are the tables which is created. So we have how many tables created? One is dummy created, the salary dummy created, then salary grade created, bonus created, department table created, then we have employee table created. So all those things have been created in the workspace. Okay, so now let us go to the workspace and then see how to view the table. You can go back to the virtual workshop, and then you can see there's an object browser here also, and here also you'll get same thing. Okay, it's like a graphical buttons. They have put it to easy access the options. Now you can see there is a department table created. So this department, you can see I have another department also. So department 1 and all, it's renamed and kept it there. You can see that this table has department number, department name, and location. If you want to see the data, you can click on the data. So these are the data also. And this is a GUI based, like SQL interface. So if you wanted to add also, you can get, like, if you want to change something, your operations, you want to change it to operations. So the operation, then you can click here and you can change it here, like operations, and you can see apply changes. So This is all happening through the GUI, but what is happening in the background, we don't know. But those who are traditionally practice insert and update command, and they knows what is happening. But those who are not done SQL and PLSQL, then you might have confused at what is happening. Okay, suppose for example, you want to see that what is the script which is running to create this table. You can see there is an SQL. If you click on SQL, this is a pure command. You can, it will open now. See this, create table, department, and all the stuff. This is a command which is executed when we are uploading the demo.sql. This script is inside that SQL script file, so that table is created. If you want to create this table also, you can do a traditional way also, because most of the people preferred, not to write any code, because it's a low code application. So that is the main reason Oracle has kept everything wizard based, and it's a fraction of seconds you can create everything. Now let us copy this, and I'm just copying the same thing in the SQL. If you want to execute and see how the table is creating it, what is the functionality which is happening on the background part, you can go to the SQL commands. After the object browser, there is an SQL command is there. If you click on the commands, then you can paste this stuff there. Okay, so you can see now department. If I try to execute, it will not accept because the same table is ready. Let us try that. Now I'm going to run this one. What happened is it will show an error. The name is already used by existing object, because same department table is already created using the demo table script. Okay, so let us change it to like maybe I can, you cannot put a space, you can put an underscore and put 200022 and just try to do run. So table will be created. So you can see that table is created. Okay, so now you go to the workshop, an object browser, and we let us see that demo department 2020 is created or not. You can see that department is created. See this, but this has no records. Okay, for inserting the record, you can also use the data here, and you can add also, like insert a row here, and you can put here like 10 department, and you can put a test department, and you can put Dubai. Okay, so you can see now I'm just created a table using a script, and it's created as an object in the thing, and I'm just creating a record inside. You can see the table is created and a row is inserted. So this is what it is happening when you are creating, when you are uploading the script and generating the script file. Okay, so right now we are going to concentrate on department table and employee table for all our application exercises. So that is why I request everyone to create this 4 tables are there for practice. So let us now open the workspace and create an application and see how we can connect these 2 tables and create a small application. Okay, so for creating applications, you have to click on application builder on the top. It will show you a dashboard, because these all are not coming. This is all I created when I was taking the class. Okay, so now we can see that when you're creating an application, app builder, you can see there's a create button, import, dashboard, and workspace utilities. Later on, one by one, I will be covering it. But today we are going to create a application, first app. Okay, how to create a first app. You can see there is a create button here. You click on the create button. You can see there are 3 options which is appearing here, like new applications, from a file, and starter app. The first section, Karguvel Raja, he explained how to create an application from the file. Maybe it's intro sections, you will may be confusing that how to create it, but slowly we will use all these options, and then you can create a different type of app also. But at the same time, I request everyone, like classes, we will be taking it like we are covering all the areas which we can do. But only thing is, practice is very important. You are not doing any practice and coming to the next section, you will not be able to understand anything. Okay, this is all practice. If it's a low code or high code, or any coding thing also, you need a practice for it. Okay? So please practice. It's a free workspace, and everything is free, so you're not investing anything for your this thing, but time is very important. So please do your practice. And at the same time, I explained, like, the Apex right now, it's working on Oracle Cloud infrastructure, and the backend is autonomous database. It is installed so that it is faster. That autonomous database is like, artificial intelligence. It's working. Everything is doing without any DBA, database administrator. Everything is handling by, like AI. Okay. The same thing, like, I'm going to create a new application right now. So you click on, click on new application. Then it will prompt, another screen, another page, and you can see there's a name of application. So name of applications, you can define any name which you wanted to put. Okay, so let's say, like, we are going to put my app 2022. Okay, if it is not there, it is good. Otherwise, I'll put October 7. So it is good. My app October 07. So in the next column, you can see there is a different types of appearance. Appearance means like how your app look like. Okay, so for example, you wanted, left side menu. You want it like a different Vita dark redwood, means it's a red color on the title bar and all. These are the different types of templates available for your application interface. So right now I'm not clicking anywhere. I'm clicking by default. It is coming a Vita. So I'm just saving it. Okay, I'm not selecting anything. By default it is Vita side menu. It will appear. Next is that, suppose you wanted to create a page while you are developing the application. You can do that. Otherwise, you can create a simple page with the same, like, what you have selected, like Vita side menu, everything will come. Then the next thing is, you will get a login screen with the username and password which you have put for your workspace to access. And at the same time, like, there's a home page also created. So I'm not creating any additional pages of currently, but you can create an ad page and you can create it, but not now. I'm just skipping all those things and going to the click button, create application. So right now what is happening is, my app October 5 app is creating. So when app is creating, it is taking to some other page which will have run application, support object, share component, utilities, and export and import. And it created 3 default page, also global, some settings, and home page, and 1 login page. Okay, suppose if you are developing any application in ASP or any other language, any other platform, you will be designing first login page. You need to create so many functions, and to check the username and password, then give a routing to a page, like that. So many codes you are writing. I have not written any code right now. I'm just creating a 2 button click and it created. Okay, so let us see that how the application is going to look. So now we are going to run it. So how to run it? You can click on this run option on the first button. You click on run. It will give you a screen, and this my app October 7. Later on, we can change also this to your own, user friendly name. But for a time being, we are just writing it like, okay, I'm going to write, I'm creating my, I'm putting my password. I think so, gmail.com. Then I'll put my password. I'm signing in. Okay, so you can see now the app is opened, but only thing is nothing is there. Okay, so you can see here, this is called a Vita side menu. Okay, so you can see one home page is there, one icon is there, on the top you can see there is one sign out button also there. You're not written any code or anything. No, it's a fraction of seconds. It's created everything for you. This is the advantage of Oracle Apex. It's a low code platform. Okay, so now you can see now the main page of your application is ready. And you can see below there are application ID. It's a auto generated ID, page 1 section. Then you can see like, 1 minute, I could not able to see it. Okay, so now you can see now section debug and all those stuff was coming. Suppose you wanted to go back to your application, you can click on this button. It will take you to the same page where we created the pages. Next is that let us add one department table. We created the script created 2 or 3 or 4 tables. So we'll make use of the table. We'll create a page for displaying the department and adding the department like a interface. See, basically, like, this application forms is basically what is a form is like. It's an interface between username and the database, because we cannot give access to the end user could go directly to the department table and input the details. Okay, so it's like an interface. It's just like, you can say it's like interacting to the form, and the form will capture and validation will be checked, and the data will go and store in the tables. Okay, so let us create a page. So you can see on your right corner, there is a create page option. A create page option is, you are clicking on a create page. There are a lot of components, features, and legacy pages. A lot of things are the tabs, features. Then we'll have legacy pages, components, and all the stuff is there. So now we are just concentrating on the form right now. You can see form. Form is what? For inputting the data, to retrieve the data, we are creating a form. Normal form is create. Click on the form. If you click on the form, you are selecting that component. Then it is prompting you to enter a name for this form. So let us say like department, I'll put DEPT. Capital letter will be visibility is good. And then there is a normal and model dialog. Later on, I will tell you. Normal is normal pages. Model window means you have to close. It's like, it's an interface which will be stay there, do some event, then you'll go back. You cannot expand or anything. It's just like a static. Okay, so later on, I will tell you what is the difference between these two. Now you are going to see here like local database, Rust enabled Rust data source. Where we are using local database, where the autonomous database which created a couple of tables for our application development. Okay, so now it's table. Now here you can see WKSP underscore OKC means OKC is my workspace, and WKSP is the default name provided by the Oracle workspace. So you also get a different name. If your workspace is test, it will come WKSP underscore test. That is not a very important thing. So just a default name which will be defined. Now clicking on this button, you will get a list of objects which is created inside the database. You can see it. Okay, so database is nothing but its collection of tables. Okay, now let us go to the demo department table. So I'll select this department table. So department table is created there, and it has maybe some 5 or 10 records are there. So I explained that how to view also in the object browser. So now you can see next button. I'm not clicking on any navigation or breadcrumb parent or nothing. I'm just hiding it. I don't want it to confuse the first class. I'm not clicking on any navigation and clicking on the next button. So now it is showing two main thing, because those who are attended the SQL and PL/SQL, they know what is primary key. By a key which is identifying the entire row. Basically, like every table, a uniqueness, you need to keep the record so that we are adding a primary key. So in this department table, there is a department number is a primary key. You can see now there is an asterisk symbol. Asterisk symbol denotes means like it's a mandatory. You cannot skip and go. But primary key second column, if you don't have, you can skip it. We don't need, because there is no asterisk symbol there. And branch here for submit means after submitting it, you wanted to route it to some other pages. You can see any page numbers here, and you can connect it. Cancel to go to page means cancel where it should go. But currently we don't have any pages. We can even page a home page. We can do it. That is why this 1 and 1 is coming home page. That means this page will be routing to the home page after clicking on the submit button. So now you are creating a page here. Now create a page. So it is taking to a page designer view. So far we have created an application which created 2 or 3 different pages, but it is not taken to this page, but which is a page right now it's created and showing so many components. Don't confuse anything, don't worry. So you can see here there's a page designer. This page designer, this is a bit breadcrumb, and then these are the components, and the body is department and regional body. These are the three fields, okay, which will be coming in the form. But because before explaining these things, so let me run and see, then you will get to know what exactly I'm talking. So when you click on the run, you can see now there is a department form is created, and department name is there, and location is there, but department number is not visible. Why? Department number is not visible because primary key means it should be automatically generated by the system using a trigger or sequence or anything. But right now we have not created any sequence or triggers with the department table. So let us see that when I'm inserting or creating it, it will show an error. Okay, so let us create now department location only two things. Suppose for example, let us enter one and see. It should if it is automatically in that script, there is a trigger or anything, it will create a department, but otherwise it will show error. Okay, so let us create IT department, and location I'll put Dubai, and then I'll click on create button. You can see now, okay, row created. So that means that table has a trigger which is running automatically on the background. So now you can see now, let us go back to the page designer in the workshop. Okay, go to the object browser and go back to the department table. We have entered through the form one record now. So let us say now what is there in that, whether it's gone inside or no. See, it is here now. You can see now it is blank. Okay, blank it is created. Okay, so let us create here. Okay, now let me try again one more without a number. Okay, so now again I'll go back to let me just go back to app. That's a big headache, like so many apps are there. App, my app, October. Okay, so now I will go to the department. Okay, so I'll go to the application again, and okay, in the department page I will go. You can see now I want to enable this department. Okay, because because primary key by default this is hidden. You can see there is a I is there here, so I is hidden. I stands for hidden. So you wanted to put it back, you can click here. So you can see when you're clicking here in the right side, there is a page items identification. So many are there, like we will go one by one later, but right now I'm just clicking on the department identification, layout, appearance, everything is coming on the right side. So I'll just go to here and I'll put okay, text item, text field. Okay, so I disappeared and it came as character. And in the label, if I'm not changing the label, what will happen is I save here, run, you can see it's coming new because it's not identifying the number. Okay, sorry, the field name. So again I'll go back to the page, because right now you can see on the below there is two things. One is page and application. Okay, so I'll click on the page and I'll change here to department number. Okay, now department number, I have changed it, the label, and save and then run. Now you can see department number and department name and location. Let me try, because there is already a 10 department. I'm just entering 10 again. See that whether the primary key is defined in the table or not. 10, and I'll put here what is that? What department I'll put? Accounts. Okay, accounts department. I'll put location as India. So let me just create it. Okay, so that means what will happen is it is in the table structure. Okay, so we'll go to the page design SQL workshop and click here object browser, and I'll go to department table. See this one, this is not defined as a primary key here. That is why that blank is collected and deep data is also repeated. You can see now 10 is already there. If it is a primary key defined, then it should not have taken. Okay, so let us go to the SQL and see whether this script has a primary key or not. There is no primary key in that script. The primary key is not created. So let us go back again to the data, and I'll remove this data because I don't want, I wanted to apply that primary key. I'm just deleting it. That's why blank also taken. So I'm deleting it. Okay. So let us go here now. You can see there is a constraints. Okay. If you wanted to create a constraint, you can also create a constraints, or else you can add also. Okay. Create. Okay. Now I'll put here primary key, and I'll put department number as primary key. Okay. Then column, which column I'm going to put? This two columns I have defined it, and click on next and finish. Okay, so now what happens is in the script file there is no primary key defined. Let me check that. Otherwise, I'll share one more script file, because in that script file I think the alter command is missing. So you can see now this primary is defined. So try to input here now. Even if you're trying to insert it here like 10, again I'm putting it 10, and I'll put the accounts. It should not take. It should not take. Okay, Dubai. Then okay. Thank you, Arun. Okay, I will share that. Arun has shared one script file. You can also download from GitHub. Okay, so here share the script file in the chat box. Okay, thank you, Arun. Thank you. Okay, now I'm creating it. See that this is what I need to display. See this one. This is down. This one is violated. That means what happens is 10 is not allowed because it's already 10 is already there. Okay, so now let us go back to our application, and then okay, so now I'm creating another page. Let it be that page there. So I'm creating another page with the same department table. Okay, so let's click on form, and I'll create a department 2, and selecting the same department table and clicking next. Primary key is department number, because here we have defined primary key, but in the table we have not defined primary key. So anyway, let us create it. Now same stuff, it is coming to the dashboard, and then I'm running the command. Okay, so run the option. So you can see now I will not enable that primary key column. So let us input something here. Department name, like we will put marketing department, marketing, I think space. Okay, I'll put here something. Location, I'll put India, and I'm trying to create it. It should show error. See this now, cannot insert null on department number, department table, department number, because we right now added a constraint in the department number, so that this validation will automatically take care from the database side. So we are not written any code or anything for the validation part. It raised an error. Okay, so now let us go back to the page number, same page number. You can see by mistake, if it is like this also, you can expand body, in the body only all those things come. This department is a region, okay, and in the region body we have 3 fields. So if you click on the P3 department number, and you can see here hidden, I'll change it to text field. The text field, as I told you, the label I'm going to change it to department number. Okay, and then you can save this. The hidden become now enable. So we are going to run this code, this one, leave it. Okay, run again. So you can see department number is entered. Okay, so now I'm going to put 80. Department name, I'll put marketing, finance, okay, front office, okay, front office. And location, I'll put USA. So you can see now department I have entered manually. Even if I entered same number, it will raise an error because we have defined as a primary key in the table. Now let us create now. Yes, row created. This is a default message. We can customize it. I will explain you. Now you can see that 2 forms are replayed here. When you click here, you can input the data, but you're not able to see anything right now. How to view it? So I will explain one more components. Then you will able to understand how you can see it. This is an input form. It will input and it will create. You can create any number of department through this form. And at the same time, if you want to change anything like department body and you want to change the title to a beautiful name, you can put here department form or department details, whatever is there, you can see it. Where I clicked it, in the body, you click it. If you click on the field, you can see that related to the field, there are a lot of options are there. One validations are there, like so many things are there here. Okay. So now what will happen is right now is we are in the layout page designer. So these are the 3 fields bounded to the fields in the department table. And cancel button, we have not written any code. Delete button, we have not written any code. Save button also not written any code. And create button also we have not written anything. This is what it's a beauty of low code. We are not writing any codes at all. Just creating click like that. And then we can see here each field has a set of features, and okay, that all we will later on we will cover that. So now we have done it. Okay, now let us run and see that whether our form has a proper name. You can see now department details is coming properly. Okay, this is the form name default, you can see now. Okay, even if you want a page also, you click on the page button and put here as department title and save it. And if you run it, you can see that department 2 becomes department. Okay, this one, like, let me see here. Here I change it. Okay, so instead of this one, I went here. Okay, so now we are just go back to the applications. Right now we have 2 pages which is created by ourselves. Okay, so now we are going to create a view which will can see the same like whatever data is in the department table. And then let us see how we can create it. Like create a page here. You can see now there is an interactive grid and interactive report is there. Both the difference, what is the difference between those? The interactive grid means you can do DML operation like data manipulation language like insert, update, delete. But interactive report is just like a read only. Okay. So now you can see now in the interactive grid, we can try. You click on interactive grid. It will take you to a same page, same thing where what we have done for the form. When here I am going to put a department, DPT. To understand interactive grid, I'll put IG. Okay. Then include form, it is asking. If you wanted to form, if you wanted to form, you can put a, like a slider sort of thing. Okay. So if you click here, what will happen is you can put a page name, form base. And I'm not using that option right now. I'm just going back to the table column. Here we can see now department table, enter, and you select the department table, enable edit. If you're not using this option, it will not edit. Okay, so I'll just use this one, enable edit. Okay. Now just let us go down. Navigation, I'm not doing anything. Next. Okay. You can see now primary column. Anyway, we already defined in the backend is a primary key, so that we are by default it is taking department number. I think you remember, like when I was not having that primary key, I have to physically select it, because right now it is default, it is selecting the primary column. Okay, now next, run. So now you can see that it is coming to the page designer. In here also you have a lot of things, page search, department, that all we will do. There are a lot of controls which you can put it on your form. And like it's like, you can expand, and you can do like regional body. You want to expand it, like you can be selector, department name and all. Here you can also see that department number is hidden. Okay, so if you want to enable that, you can enable also. Let us run this interactive grid page. Okay. So now you can see same like an Excel sheet you can see now. Okay, so here you can see you can expand or hide, because there are a lot of additional facilities Oracle is giving us without any doing any coding or any options to be enabled. Like you can see now, accounting, research, sales and front office. These are the two things which we added through the form. Okay, so let us add here now department. Again, I'll come back to the first form. I will add 90 and I'll put Apex no AI and department. Okay, I'll put here UK. If I create here, it's created, and at the same time I'm going to this option and I'm seeing that the data will be, you can see here, appear here. See, you can see AI is coming here. So input form, and at the same time the interactive grid, it displays all the information. And at the same time you can see here a lot of options. You can delete it, you can duplicate the row, you can add a row, and single row view means it is creating a single row view. So you can see now one like that, like same like a form. See this, you want to see one by one, you can feel you are not comfortable with the report view, you can do that. These all options are predefined options in the interactive grid. And at the same time there are a lot of options are coming here. You see this. Okay, download report. You can, if you want to download this thing to Excel, you can download it and click on download. It automatically downloads. See that file prepare for downloading. If you open the Excel sheet, it will give you exactly the same record. You are not written any download option on all. If you want to write anything for, if you want to do the same options in other software, you need to do a lot of coding. Okay. See, now Excel is open. You see that how they have formatted. It's exactly the same thing. Okay, but the department number is not coming because it is hidden. So let us bring this department number here. I'm going back to the page. I'll go to here and then I'll change the hidden part to text. Okay, let us see that text field. Okay, so now let us save this, and then 10. Okay, so here you can see I have not written any name there, so I can put an identification. Okay, column name, heading. Okay, so you can put like, okay, so now you can see there are a lot of options which is there. So we will later on we will go for it, how to go about it. Like you can put here like the heading department number. You want it like center alignment, right alignment, whatever, you can do that. Let us go back to the same screen again. So you can see the department number is visible there. So you can change also, depends upon. And at the same time also, see there is a facility which they are giving columns also. You want to hide that department number, again you can click here and you can save. It will go back. See this. Suppose you wanted to come back again, you can go to the column and you can select this and save this. See, this is a, all, like you are not written any commands or anything. Okay. And then here also, like you can see one beautiful option is that you can have a filter option. Like, you can have accounting, you want to filter it by operations, you can filter it, and you wanted to keep that filter on the top, you can filter it. If you want to remove it and reset it, you can do that. Okay, so this is the basically like this is called interactive grid. And if you want to add also, one beautiful thing is that you can add it like, maybe I'll put 100, I'll put 91, and let us see now. Okay, test and save it. Changes recorder, so that you can see that it is a direct interactive grid. Interactive grid means you can do deletion, you can do updation, you can do everything here. Okay, so now if you want to delete it, you can come here and delete the row. Okay, and save it. It will mark as like this. Okay, so now uh, 1 minute. Okay, now you can see, now this is called the interactive grid. Okay, and at the same time, let me try with the employee table. So one more same thing, interactive, because it has some data, and I'll show you some beautiful options which is coming automatically. Go to the application again. I'll go back to the application. I'm creating a create a page here. Okay, now you can see, now again I'm taking a option. I'm selecting an option, interactive grid, and then I'll go back to the same thing, employee. Okay, let us see, open this page, and I'll put here employee EMP form, and I will go down and I'll select the table EMP, and I'm selecting the employee table, and go there, navigation, nothing. Next, I'm selecting the primary key because employee table has a primary key, but I will check it out. If it is not defined, then we can define it. But for the time being, I'll put the primary key as employee number. And Arun is right now with us, and I will introduce you. Like, Arun is also a, we are all joined together and doing this course, and he's working in Oracle India. And if you have some doubts, he's also in that group, and you can post it, and he will always help you. Okay, he's right now joined from Bangalore. He's working in Oracle in Apex only, so that you have some doubts or anything, you can ask him. So we both are joined and executed the complete Kerala state, all the districts, almost 130 students we have taught almost. And thank you, Arun, for joining today. So I just want to introduce, maybe we don't have time in the end, so I just introduce him. Okay?
Thanks, Varughese. Thanks for that.
Okay, thank you.
And a big hi to the entire team, because in fact, I just joined a bit late as I was on vacation. So I was just traveling here and there. Okay, fine. Anyway, we'll be interacting more in the coming classes. Thanks for that.
Thank you, Arun. Thank you for coming in. Thank you. All right, okay. So now I'm going to run this and see now. This is beautiful record. Like you can see, there are a lot of reports you can play around. Okay, so now you can see now, like if you click here now, what will happen is it's create a form. See this form, that slider, no, so that slide button, no, we have enabled that green color. That's why this form is appearing. So you don't need to create a form. Like, for example, you can see now department, I created a form, and then I selected the interactive grid. If you want, again, I'll have to go back there. But this is, little more user interface. It would be good that they can click, if they want to add it, they can click here and then add it. Like, you click here, you will get able to change anything here. I'm changing to 5,000 dirham salary and apply changes. Automatically it get updated. And at the same time, if you want to create it, the same form will appear as a create button. You can create a name, job, MCR, and hire date, and all calendar all appear automatically. You don't need to do any exercises for that. Suppose, for example, as I told you, why I brought into this screen, if you wanted to create a graph with this data, you don't need to create any control and paste it there and bound it with x-axis or y-axis. It's not required. Okay, so it's very simple. You can see there is a chart here. You click on the chart. There are plenty of charts are available. Okay, so you can see now I'm selecting a bar chart. So here you can see now there are a couple of options are coming here. Maybe you can say like department, okay, and value department, and okay, I'll put here as maybe employee. Okay, let us select the job, department number. I'll select something. Okay, so value. Okay, what I'll do is I'll put department and I'll put the count. Okay. And then let us see how the graph is working. Okay. So now save it. See that it's simple. It's as simple. You can see that clerk 4,000 salary, president 1,000 value. See this one. If you want to change the graph, it's very simple. And at the same time, you see that there is two options, or two options are there. If you want to go back to the data, you can click on the data. You'll be able to see it. This data will be permanently there, but this will be, you can reset it. It will go off from it. You can see on the left hand side there's a reset button. When you click on reset button, that graph will disappear and all the actions will come. At the same time, if you want to create a bar chart or bar chart or pie chart, you can click on the pie chart. Okay. And then the label, you can say salary, and I'll put a like department number, and I'll put a count, and then see that now save. Within fraction of seconds it creates this. So what a beautiful charts which you are creating it. Like, you are not creating any code for it. If you want to create these type of things in report 6i or older versions, you will be you will be using a graphical designer, connecting SQL, lot of exercises we need to do. This is a fraction of seconds it is creating like that. And at the same time, beauty is that if they want to do, they can do that. And at the same time, if the customer is not happy or your client is not happy that this report, you can click on edit button. You can click a funnel and save it. It will be turned to a funnel. Okay, so this is all, you're not creating it. And at the same time, one more thing is like in the action, if you go to the like a filter, anyway, as I told you, like every column has a filter. Suppose you wanted to list out all the managers in the SQL, you will be writing select star from employee where job is equal to manager. So you can just click on clerk or manager. It will give you a sort and sorting, and that sorting you want, you can download also. It's very simple. You don't need to do any exercise for this. And if you wanted to, you can create, remove. Suppose you wanted to have some conditions, okay, some filter conditions. You have plenty of conditions are there. Okay, so here you can see ename equal to, not equal to, is not empty. Same like in the Excel filter options is inbuilt. You don't need to do any exercises for doing this. You don't need to write any code for that. Okay. So now, even if you want, you can have like, aggregate and sorting. Okay. Suppose, for example, I want to sort it. Okay. So column, you can write it here. You can put a, like department wise. Okay. And you can put a direction here. Okay. So department save. So you can see now the sorting by department is automatically added here. And at the same time, if you want it like, there is an option like a filter also there, group we have done, format, control B, highlight, selections. This all you can try it, because so many options are there. Like you can do it, like you can do lot of exercises with this thing also. Okay, suppose you don't want it to show MGR number or salary to anyone, and you can remove it and then save it. So interactive grid will change to, and it is hidden. While you are talking about the confidential data, you don't want to see it, but they want to see what are the things, how many types of jobs. You can do that like this way, sorting by uh, sorting by e-name, sorting by job, all those things you will be able to see it. So let us summarize what we have learned today. Is Arun has shared a demo build SQL, but in that SQL, I'm so sorry that there is a primary key and constraints are missing. So better use the same like Arun has shared it. You can do same thing like in the script and run it and do the same exercise what I've explained today. So we have created a simple form, input form, and we created an interactive grid. These are the two things, and how to create an application, how to run the script, and create a table. All those things we are learned today. I think if I take another one more control, it is not good also, because a slow learner is better going for a fast thing. So you have to do the interface, how the interface will be, where to click, what to click, and all. I think better you can do an exercise. And at the same time, I would like to inform that tomorrow we 8 to sorry, Indian time 8:30, it's 9:30 to 10 o'clock. All right, database fundamentals was taken from a college professor from Chennai. So you can also join, because it's purely on database side. So if you wanted to clarify your SQL, PLSQL, he will able to assist also. And then we'll have classes from Monday, same time, and I will use to post it. As I told you that Arun and myself, we are working since almost 1 year on 2020, and he is always 24 hours. His Indian number, WhatsApp number is available, so you can also ask him any doubt. And if you have any doubt in this section, so please ask now. We'll be able to answer.
Varughese,
Yeah.
before summing up, so Monday we have a planned downtime for apex.oracle.com. We are just upgrading to 22.2
Okay.
in the evening hours, in the PST hours. So
Ah.
I don't think we'll be able to take a class on Monday.
Okay. So if okay, so that will be fine. Okay. Okay, that what you're saying is actually right. Okay, so we will inform you. Otherwise, I will start from my local thing and we'll explain also. Okay,
Yeah, because there is a chance for it to be, because it's mentioned in that site
yeah,
itself.
I got also. Okay. Okay, so Fatima and Kalyani, Muhammad Ibrahim and Shijo, any doubt is okay that it's okay, right?
It's all right. Varughese, you are uploading these videos as well, right? Somewhere.
Yeah. I will upload because all the class sections will be uploaded, and you will able to access that link also. I will upload in the cloud and I'll share in the link in the WhatsApp. Okay.
Yeah. So we can do something. I thought of doing something. If we can upload today's section and previous section, no. So I will check it.
Yeah. Sure. I'll do that. Sure. That is recording. And at the same time, Shijo and everybody, I will request that if you want to record at the same time, I will give you an access. You can download in your computer, so that you
Okay.
don't need to wait for the next section. I think it is better also, because sometimes what happened, like you need to convert, we need to upload, maybe it will take some time. So at the same time, I will allow everyone to download or sorry, this record on your computer. I'll allow access.
Okay. All right.
Next class onwards, I'll give an access so that you can start looking at the video and you can go ahead with that. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So anyone has any doubt or anything? Anyone has a problem in creating workspace or OTN or anything? You can ask them. We will help you.
So Varughese, I believe that forms and report what we learned so years back. No, this is same thing, but
Yes,
they are without code. They are building it. Yeah, that's all.
It is same like your forms and reports and all, but it is faster also. We don't need to do any like 1 month coding, sitting and coding so many things. We don't need to do anything. It's
all
just
that
like,
before and after triggers, all the things are probably it will be there running in background.
Correct. But triggers also we can create it. Okay, so those who are having experience, they can build up little more faster than like freshers. So that is one advantage, because we are all know that it. Yeah.
I think Shijo will be able to catch it up as soon as possible, because if he knows more forms and reports.
Arun, Shijo is same like classmates. We all both have studied in Bangalore. Arun also from Bangalore. Shijo is working in Bangalore.
Yeah, I don't see. I don't know. I can able to catch up. Means last 10 years, I'm not doing anything. So 95, 97 times and all we learned all these things, forms and reports.
Okay, fine. So if you know, anyway, you can just always ping me. Feel free to reach me at any point of time, because we'll be able to help you also. And also, as you told, yes, it's almost similar to forms and reports, but this has more and more functionalities been built. Okay. So what is either it's on the security side or even via REST and other Express. So there are a lot of things to which it's going to come in the next classes.
Okay, all right.
Okay. Okay. So anyway, let us wind up. So see you on tomorrow. Tomorrow, same time, we'll have a database fundamentals by one of the professor from Chennai College. So he will be assisting us. Okay, for that. Okay. So then let us see that if any changes on Monday, we will able to send you on the WhatsApp. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. Good night.
Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.